Hello and welcome to my blush declutter. So I don't have that many blushes. I actually just decluttered a lot of makeup and sent them off. And this is what I'm left with. So we'll see what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. Let's start with the depotted blushes. We have 5 and let's just take them off the packaging. So this is a kind of berry blush from Makeup Mecca that I depotted, and it looks like this. And this is not a color that I use that much, so I will declutter this one. It will be the first declutter. And then we have this one. This is a depotted blush from Inglot. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a beautiful peachy blush and I will definitely keep this one. This is from H&M. This is also depotted and this is also a peachy blush, but it has a bit more sheen to it and it's quite beautiful and looks like this. I'm not sure if you can see my swatches that well, but I hope so. So that's the H&M one, and the Inglot one, they look quite the same, but this is a bit more corally. Also from H&M, no, this is from Makeup Mecca. This is a depotted blush. And it's much paler than the other two. I will actually keep this in a maybe, because no, you know what? This is good to have. It's a pale blush and it will look good on my paler, clients. So I'm keeping this one. And this one is from Kiko Milano. This is their single eyes and face blush stuff. I don't know what it's called. And this is one of my favorite blushes to use on my deeper skin toned customers. And yeah, it looks like this. I will definitely keep this. It's so beautiful on the face. So from the depotted blushes, we are keeping 4 and getting rid of 1. Let's just move on to these ones. I guess we'll just start here. This is a blush palette that I made myself. I depotted some of single blushes and put them in this palette because I wanted to have them in the same palette. So let me just find something to cover this mirror up with because I'm looking atrocious. Okay, this is better. I hope you can see like this. And here we have a bubblegum pink blush. And it looks like this. And then we have, oh no, that's the same. Why am I swatching the same color over again? This is more of a purplish blush. I used to love this one. I don't know, I used to love these blushes. They're all from MU, I don't remember, MUA? Yeah, MUA. I used to love these blushes, but after I put them in a palette, I kind of lost interest in them. So, but they're still beautiful, but I'm not sure if I need to keep them. So this is that one, and this is the pink highlighter that I depotted into this palette. So yeah, it's a really nice palette, to be honest. So I'm putting this one in a maybe. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but we have to see what else I have. So this is in the maybe just for now. Oh yeah, I have the names here. MUA. So this is yeah, this one was bubblegum and this one was candy floss. This was lolly and this was the opalescent in amber highlighter. Cool. And here we have a sleek blush by 3 palette. It has the names Crochet, Gyper, and Chantilly. I'm not sure which one is which, but let's give them a swatch. So here we have this apricot type of color, and it looks like this. It's quite similar to the one from the other palette that I just swatched. And here we have, this is quite powdery. We have this one, it's very shimmery. It is peach but has a gold flip. And then we have my favorite, obviously. This is a bright corally blush, and it looks like this. It's quite beautiful. So I think because I have this one, I don't need this from this palette. And yeah, I think I'm just going to declutter this right away and keep this one from Sleek. Here we have, it says minerals, I don't remember what, Fedora Minerals it was, yeah. So here we have a matte mineral blush. It's quite mauvey, and it is looking like this. So this is like proper mauve, and it's nice in the winter. And here we have, you're supposed to mix it like this, so it's more of a blushy highlighter, and I will do it right here. And this one is like matching this one, it's quite mauve as well. I will keep this small palette, even though it's very old, but I'm keeping it. So from Wet n Wild, we have this pearlescent pink. I remember it used to be a very popular color back in the day. I got this in holiday while I was in Rome, because I was like, ooh, Wet n Wild, we don't have that in Norway, but now we do. And this is in the old packaging. I remember people used to say that it was a dupe for NARS Orgasm blush, and I wanted to try this one before I bought the NARS, and I understood that I don't like this type of color. It's very pink, and it has like gold shimmers going through it, or glitters. So I'm getting rid of this one, and like, even if I did like the color, this one is too old, so I'm getting rid of it. And here we have another blush from Makeup Mecca, so I'm trying to just use this up. And you can see I've repressed it just to try to finish it. This is not my favorite blush, but yeah, it's right there. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to finish it. It's just probably a few weeks left on it, and then get rid of the packaging. So here we have a Clinique Cheek Pop Blush Pop in Pansy Pop. This is a purple blush. Oh my god, yeah, there we go. Ooh. I had another one in I think it was Melon Pop, but I decluttered it while it was still fresh, and I just kept this one for myself because it's an interesting color, and it looks very purple, but on the skin it's much more of a dusty, pinkish cool tone blush. I don't know if you can see it in that manner, but I will swatch it right here. Yeah, it's pretty. I want to keep this and use it more, and it also makes me confident to get rid of that other palette, because I was liking that purple blush, but now I have this one. So keeping. And here we have from Makeupedia, it's a liquid blush in Scarlet. I got this in PR, but I've never opened it, so let's try to do that without breaking any nails. And it's looking like this. I've never opened it before, but it looks quite separated. So I'll try to shake it up. It's a beautiful packaging. Let's see if I would use this. I just have to smell because I have literally never opened it and I've had this for very long. Yeah, it's not that pigmented, to be honest. Let's try it out here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I need that. The pigment isn't there. So yeah, getting rid of this one as well. I'm just putting it back in the packaging so I can give it to someone else. So here are all of the swatches of the blushes. It has rubbed up to my arm. Just try to, no, getting rid of. So for the blushes, I've kept 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we are getting rid of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, that's good. 50-50 split. Oh, no, sorry, this one was from the last Declutter. So it's still 4, but it's more 8. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Today we are decluttering what I would call travel palettes, because this is a all-in-one face palette for traveling. I only have 6, so let's see if we're going to declutter anything, and if not, it will be a good old time swatching and going through my collection. So yeah, I love these types of palettes because it's so easy. I can just bring one and then don't have to worry about anything else. So let's start with this one. This is from Smashbox Crush on Blush Palette, and again, English is like my 4th language, so please bear with me when I'm talking. Here we have a highlighter, 2 blushes, or actually 4 blushes, and a bronzer. So I'm trying to use this bronzer up, so I've already repressed it, and this bronzer is perfect on my skin tone. It actually doesn't show here, as I can see, but my face is much paler than the rest of my body, so this is a great bronzer. I've taken this one out traveling many of times and I still love it. This is the highlighter. It's quite frosty, but when I sheer it out, it just looks like a nice glow. So this is more how I would use it, but I guess it's fine. And here we have a corally blush with some shimmers running through it, and it looks like this. And here we have a matte coral blush. It has some brush hairs in it, and it looks like this. It's a bit more pinky than the first one, so I love these blushes. And here we have more of a plummy blush. This one I don't use that often, or hardly ever. It looks like this. It's too pink for my liking, too cool tone. And this is like a light pinkish blush, and it looks very nice on the face. Kind of looks like that Dior blush that's going viral right now. So yeah, I actually love the whole palette except for maybe this one, but looking away from this, I'm using all of the other colors, so I am keeping this one for sure. It's just a shame it was a limited edition. Here we have a face palette from Makeup Mecca. It's called Glow Like Me. I got this in PR. And it's a cute little palette, to be honest. This is the bronzer. It's a nice bronzer on the winter for my skin tone. So it barely shows up now because we're starting to get into summer, or we're probably in summer. But yeah, and it has this blush that I'm not actually a fan of. It is a pinky blush with gold glitter going through it. Yeah, not flattering at all, and it's quite powdery. And then we have this blush topper. I'm not sure if it's a blush topper or it's supposed to be a highlighter. This one is quite powdery as well. It looks like this. And then we have this highlighter. And here that is. It's quite powdery as well, but yeah. This is not my favorite palette. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not sure if they even sell it anymore, because I got it in PR a while back ago. But I want to keep this palette, use this bronzer up, it's quite nice, and probably get some more use out of this blush topper. And when I'm done with the bronzer, I will declutter the rest of the palette. So I'm keeping this one for now. And here we have a palette from Becca, and it was in a collaboration with Chrissy Teigen. Here we have this mirror again that I have to cover up so you don't see my face. So here we go. This was a limited edition a while back, but I got it quite recently, or I opened it also quite recently. So it has two highlighters, a blush and a bronzer. And this one is also perfect for travel. This bronzer is more of my summer shade. So, and this is a pinky highlighter, or more corally maybe. It is gold but has like a pink flip to it. And then we have this highlighter here. It's probably more pink than the other. I'm trying to show off the highlighters because I know that in my highlighter declutter I didn't do that well showing off the colors, so I hope it's showing a bit more now. And then we have this pink blush, which is very pigmented and very beautiful. It suits like a lot of skin tones, so I'm keeping this palette for sure. And here we have a palette from Makeupedia again. This I also got in PR. I actually got two palettes in PR. One was a bit darker than this, and this was the lighter version. So I just took out this one from the dark palette and put it in here and gave away the other one. So this is not how it actually is supposed to look like, but this is a beautiful bronzy blush. And here we have very, very pigmented, almost fuchsia blush. This could almost be used as a eyeshadow. And this is a baby pink blush with a bit of a golden undertone. It's quite beautiful. And then we have this icy highlighter. This is not something that I would use, but I do think all of these blushes are good, except for the highlighter, which is too icy for my taste. But I will keep this one as well. And here we have from the Sephora collection. This was also a limited edition palette that I got, and this is the one that I traveled the most with, as you can see. Should try to clean it up before I put it on camera, but hey, what can you do? This has a bronzer, a glowy blush, and two highlighters, and I love this palette. The bronzer is perfect for me. So these are all my traveling blushes or palettes, so I obviously use them on myself. This pink golden blush is so beautiful on the skin. It makes your skin look wet, and I love that. This is the lighter highlighter that I can use in wintertime. It's a champagne goldish light highlighter, and this one is the one that I use in summer when I get more of a tan. And it's actually very difficult to see it right now because it melts with my skin tone, but yeah, this is stunning. I love this palette and I wish it wasn't limited edition, but again, we don't have a Sephora, so it wouldn't make that huge of a difference in my life. So I'm keeping this one for sure. And last one, we have this Naked Urban Decay Flushed palette in Strip. This is quite old. I got this as a birthday gift from my cousin who passed away. So I'm not going to use it on my face, but I will keep it as a memory of her. And either way, this palette was beautiful when I used to use it. So this is the bronzer. It's a beautiful terracotta bronzer with a bit of shimmer going through it. And this is the highlighter. I can feel that it's more powdery now than it was when I first got it. And it just melts in with my skin complexion, I guess. And then we have the blush, which has gotten so hard because it's so old. It was more of a mauve blush. It looked like this. So this is the palette. So yeah, these are all of my face palettes. Keeping this obviously. And yeah, this time I didn't get rid of anything, so keeping all 6 of them. So until the next time, bye!